Let me tell you about some interesting things I learned today. When you get electrocuted, it's not the electricity that throws you across the room, it's just the force of your muscles contracting, which means that we are strong enough to instantly throw ourselves across the room. There was a man who sued Pepsi after finding a mouse in his Mountain Dew. The worst part of this is the attorneys claimed that the Mountain Dew would dissolve a mouse in 30 days, and they showed proof that the Mountain Dew was purchased almost 90 days after it was manufactured. I don't know how to feel about that. Apparently in a 5-digit zip code, the first number is your national area, the second number is your state, the third number is your sectional center or PO, the fourth and fifth numbers are small post offices or zones. I didn't realize there was that much of a structure to it, to be honest. This is a magnified photo of human skin after it's poked by a needle. I already hate needles, so this just doesn't make it better. About 95% of all spiders in our homes either were born in our homes or adapted to life in our homes, and if you take the spider outside, they will likely not survive. That's kind of sad, but also just don't show yourself in my house and you'll be safe. The word stressed is just desserts spelled backwards. Those two things being related checks out. Tears that are triggered by sadness, happiness, and onions all apparently appear different under a microscope. Bras were called breast bags in medieval times. A skyscraper called walkie-talkie, I guess because it looks like one, was melting cars and damaging buildings due to its ability to focus sunlight because of the concave shape that it was built in. That's just unfortunate, putting all that work in. Oh my goodness. 2 men climbed Mount Everest and then paraglided off the summit, touching down over 19 miles away in only 42 minutes, which allowed them to avoid the potentially deadly 3-day descent. Now that's what I call a shortcut. The Big Zero is a soccer stadium in Brazil where the midfield line is basically aligned with the equator, which causes each team to defend one hemisphere or the other. American Airlines saved $40,000 by eliminating one olive from its first class salads back in 1987. So that $40,000 was worth a lot more than it is now. The guy that named the movie Cars got a $300,000 bonus and reportedly was paid over $700,000 a year. Sometimes simplicity is just the way to go. Cars. Bulgaria sold 213,000 Bitcoin in 2018, which would now be worth $25 billion and actually would be more than enough to clear their entire national debt. Spiders don't actually have muscles in their legs. They just move them using a hydraulic system powered by their blood pressure. And when they die, their legs curl up because the blood pressure is gone. That feels like such a simple thing to know that I just never would have known. There's a city in Morocco called Chefchaouen that is entirely blue. 1 in 140 people in the world are now a millionaire. There was a Chinese labor camp back in 2011 that had prisoners play online games like World of Warcraft for over 12 hours a day to generate virtual currency from the games, which then the prison guards sold for profit. Ooh, the median annual pay during the Great Depression was 22% of the cost of an average home, and today it's 14%, meaning that it was easier to buy a home during the Great Depression than right now relative to the salaries that people are making. This is a picture of George Bush with Harambe's mother in 1998 before Harambe was born. Why? How? I didn't know Harambe was this connected to the happenings of the elite. Astronauts aboard the ISS do not wash or dry their clothes. They literally just wear them until they're too dirty or stinky, then dispose them by dropping them into the atmosphere to burn up during re-entry. If that wasn't enough learning for you, the video on screen will provide you a lot more because there's a lot more to learn in the world.